Take us back to the time when the Giuliani administration was discussing where to put that command center. Wasn't there some feeling on the part of you or other members of the administration that the World Trade Center had already been a terrorist attack once, and therefore that was not a good place to put OEM?
Well, we looked at a host of places to put the command center, and we had some fundamental issues we had to address. The first one was a lot of people wanted it underground, and the mayor wanted it close to City Hall. And as we looked at dozens and dozens of buildings. Putting it underground was just not practical. There are 625 water main breaks every year in New York. They flood basements. We just couldn't see putting a command center underground with the potential for it flooding. Secondly, we looked at chemical and biological attacks. Most of these agents fall after they're released, and we didn't, again, want to be underground. We wanted to be above ground. Third, the Secret Service and the CIA were both located in that building. We talked to them. We did extensive security studies of the building. You know, the bottom line is that building was one of the safest buildings that we could find. The problem was, and the fundamental issue is, Andrew, that nobody expected the World Trade Center to collapse and fall across the street on 7 World Trade Center.
Did you personally favor putting OEM where it was situated?
Absolutely. We looked around. We looked at dozens and dozens of locations, underground, above ground, and particularly with what we were seeing with security in that building, with the Secret Service having 2 floors there, with the CIA having just moved in and hardening their environment.
But Jerry,
we felt it was a...
Jerry, they had offices there. They didn't have their command center there. The Federal Emergency Command Center was located elsewhere, and it was operational.
That's not true, Andrew. No, the CIA did have their command center there. Not the CIA, the Secret Service did have their command center there.
I'm talking about their emergency response. The Federal Emergency Response Center was located elsewhere.
Well, that was at 26. That was at 26 Federal Plaza, right up the block from City Hall. That building's a target as well. You know, no matter where you put a command center.
Well, the Bloomberg administration, Jerry, has figured out, I don't know why Rudy thought, you just said, I think you made the most important point, was that Rudy wanted it somewhere near City Hall. I don't know what the rationale for that is, but Mayor Bloomberg seems to think it's okay right across the bridge in Brooklyn. I think that would have made far better sense. I think we would have had an operational center that day that could have saved lives.
Let's cut it right there.
We need to stop guys, hindsight is 20/20.
He is about to make that a point that many will make when the 9/11 Commission comes back. We will allow Jerry Hauer to make that point in more detail. We will have more with Wayne Barrett, Jerry Hauer, coming up next. You're watching Kirtzman.